My name is Landon Cole. I'm 26 years old, and this used laptop I bought yesterday might end my life before I even learn the full truth. I can't stop staring at that file. Don't delete this until you're ready. That's what it's called. Just sitting there on the desktop, like it's been waiting for me, like it knew I'd come back to it. But here's the terrifying part, the part that makes my hands shake every time I move the cursor near it. It knows things about me that I shouldn't even know. Things I don't remember. Things that feel like they happened to someone else entirely. If someone out there is watching this too, don't scroll away. Please. Subscribe so you don't miss what comes next, because I don't know how much time I have left to tell this story. And tell me where you're watching from. Comment your city, your state, your country. In case I disappear. In case this is the last thing I ever get to say. I need someone to know where I was before it all ends. Let me tell you how I got here. Let me tell you about the life that was already falling apart before this nightmare even started. I lost my job 3 months ago. Cincinnati, Ohio. That's where I was. That's where everything collapsed. I worked at a call center downtown, nothing glamorous, but it paid the bills. Barely. Until they found discrepancies in my account logins. Someone had been using my credentials to access customer data. Wasn't me. I swear to God it wasn't me. But they didn't believe me. They fired me on the spot. Security walked me out like I was some kind of criminal. My roommate, Derek. I thought he was my friend. I trusted him. When I lost my job, I told him I'd need a few weeks to come up with rent. He said he understood. He said we'd figure it out together. Then one morning I woke up and he was gone. Just gone. Took his stuff. Took him my stuff too. My TV. My gaming console. Even my backup laptop. But the worst part? He cleaned out my savings account. I'd given him access years ago when we first moved in together, just in case of emergencies. He took every dollar I had. $1,700. Everything. The debt collectors started calling immediately. Student loans. Credit cards. Medical bills from when I broke my wrist last year. They don't care that you lost your job. They don't care that your so-called friend robbed you blind. They just want their money. And when you can't give it to them, they call at 6 in the morning. They call during dinner. They call and call until you stop answering your phone entirely. I fell into this darkness, this depression that swallowed me whole. Some days I couldn't get out of bed. Some days I'd sit on the floor of my empty apartment and just stare at the walls. The eviction notice showed up 2 weeks ago. Bright yellow paper taped to my door for all my neighbors to see. 72 hours to vacate. That's what it said. 72 hours to figure out where the hell I was supposed to go. Hope was running out. I could feel it slipping through my fingers like sand. I needed something. Anything. A fresh start. A sign that things could get better. So, I went to that pawn shop off Vine Street. The one with the barred windows and the flickering neon sign. I had $43 to my name. I needed a laptop to apply for jobs, to send out resumes, to claw my way back to something resembling a normal life. The guy behind the counter, this older man with scars on his knuckles and eyes that looked like they'd seen too much, he pulled out this laptop from under the counter. Said he'd give it to me for $40. It works fine, he said. Battery's decent. Hard drive's clean. I was about to hand him the money when he grabbed my wrist. Not hard, but firm enough to make me freeze. Don't delete that file, he said. His voice was low. Serious. The one on the desktop. Don't delete it until you're ready. I stared at him. What file? You'll see it, he said. Just remember what I told you. What happens if I am ready? I asked. He let go of my wrist and stepped back. Wouldn't look me in the eye anymore. Then you'll know, he said. I should have walked away. I should have left that laptop on the counter and run. But I didn't. I needed it too badly. So, I took it home. That night, I couldn't sleep. I set up the laptop on my mattress since I don't have a desk anymore. Derek took that too. The file was right there on the desktop when I booted it up. Don't delete this until you're ready. Just a plain text file icon with that name. I remember staring at it, wondering what kind of person names a file like that, wondering what could possibly be inside that required such a specific warning. I decided to ignore it. I opened a browser, started searching for jobs, filling out applications. Hours passed. My eyes were burning from the screen. I finally closed the laptop around 2 in the morning and tried to sleep. That's when it happened. The laptop woke by itself. I heard the startup chime in the darkness. Soft at first, then louder. The screen glowed in the corner of my room, casting this sickly blue light across the walls. I sat up, my heart already pounding, and I watched as the cursor moved across the screen. By itself. I wasn't touching the trackpad. I wasn't touching anything. The cursor moved to the file. And then the name started changing, letter by letter, like someone was typing it in real time. Don't delete this until you're ready. Don't delete this until you're ready, Landon. Are you ready now, Landon? My name. It was using my name. Panic hit me like a freight train. How does it know my name? I never logged into anything. I never created an account. I never entered any personal information. But there it was. My name. Blinking on the screen like it was waiting for me to respond. I grabbed the laptop. My hands were shaking so hard I almost dropped it. I wanted to throw it across the room. I wanted to destroy it. But I couldn't move. I just sat there, frozen, staring at my name on the screen. If this creeps you out already, subscribe. Please. Trust me, you'll want a warning before what's coming next. Because this is just the beginning. And it gets so much worse. I don't know how long I sat there. Minutes. Maybe hours. Time felt wrong. Broken. Eventually, my hand moved toward the trackpad. I didn't tell it to. It just moved. Like my body knew something my brain hadn't figured out yet. I clicked the file. The screen went black for a few seconds. I thought maybe the laptop had crashed. But then the video player opened. Grainy footage filled the screen. Dark. Shaky camera work. Like someone was filming in the middle of the night with one of those old cameras that can barely capture light. It took me a second to understand what I was seeing. A woman. She's kneeling over someone. She's wearing a jacket. I can see the words printed across the back. Seattle Police. Seattle Police. My brain scrambled to process that. Seattle? I've never even been to Seattle. Why would there be footage from Seattle on this laptop? The woman, the officer, she's kneeling over a man who's handcuffed face down on the ground. He's crying. I can hear him sobbing even through the terrible audio quality.
Please, he's saying.
Please, I never meant to. I never meant to ruin Landon's life. Everything stopped. My chest felt like someone had reached inside and squeezed my heart with an iron fist. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't think. My name. He said my name. This man, this stranger in Seattle, sobbing on the ground, was talking about me. The officer looks up at the camera. Her face is partially obscured by shadows, but I can see her eyes. Cold. Empty. She doesn't say anything. Just stares at whoever's filming. Then a voice speaks from behind the camera. A man's voice.
Calm. Too calm.
You should have left him with something, the voice says. Now watch. My blood turned to ice. Because I recognized that voice. It was mine. Not similar. Not kind of like mine. It was mine. My exact voice. My exact tone. Speaking words I don't remember saying. Threatening this man I don't remember meeting. I grabbed my chest. I couldn't breathe. My vision went blurry around the edges. Did I do this? Was I in Seattle? Did I hurt someone? Did I? Oh God, did I kill someone? The video kept playing. The officer reached down and covered the man's mouth. He struggled. She pressed harder. The camera stayed focused on him, watching, recording every second. I slammed the laptop shut. My whole body was shaking. Tears were streaming down my face, and I didn't even realize I was crying. What is this? What did I do?
Who am I?
I had to call someone. I had to talk to someone who could tell me this wasn't real, that this was some kind of sick joke, some prank, some nightmare that would make sense if I just talked it through. I called my older sister, Maya. She lives in Portland. We haven't talked much since Mom died 2 years ago, but she's the only family I have left, the only person who might help me make sense of this. She answered on the fourth ring. Landon. Her voice was quiet, almost a whisper, like she was afraid someone might hear her. Maya, I need your help. My voice cracked. Something's happening and I don't understand what's. Did you find it? She interrupted. The laptop. Did you find it? My stomach dropped.
What?
How do you know about the laptop? Listen to me very carefully. Her whisper became even quieter. You promised, Kayla. You promised her you'd finish what you started. Or they'll find you. Do you understand? They'll find you, and they won't stop until. Who's Kayla? I was shouting now. What did I start? Maya, I don't remember. I don't remember any of this. The accident, she said. The car accident. It took your memories, but it didn't erase what you did. You have to finish this, Landon. You have to. What did I do? I screamed into the phone. Silence.
Maya?
Maya? The call dropped. The screen went black. My phone died.
Completely died.
It had been at 60% battery a minute ago. Now it was just dead, like something had reached through the signal and killed it. I tried to turn it back on. Nothing. Just a black screen mocking me in the darkness of my apartment. If you're not subscribing yet, comment and tell me why. I want to read your reason. I want to know why you're still here. Why you're listening to this confession from a man who's apparently done things he can't even remember. Because I need to know someone out there is bearing witness to this. In case it all goes wrong. In case they find me before I find the truth. I plugged my phone into the charger. Waited for it to come back to life. 20 minutes of staring at a black screen before that little battery icon finally appeared. While I waited, I opened the laptop again. My hands were steadier now. Not because I was less afraid, but because the fear had transformed into something else. Something harder. Anger, maybe. Or desperation. The video file was still there. But now there were other files. I swear they weren't there before. New folders. New documents. All appearing on the desktop like they'd been waiting for me to be ready to see them. I opened the first folder. Bank statements. Dozens of them. But not mine. Names I didn't recognize. Accounts I'd never seen. Transactions highlighting the same pattern over and over. Large deposits, immediate transfers, money disappearing into offshore accounts. Numbers that made my head spin. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. Millions, maybe.
Then I saw it.
One of the account names. Landon J. Cole. My full name. My social security number. My date of birth. But the transactions? I never made them. I never saw this money. Someone had stolen my identity. Someone had used me as a puppet in whatever the scheme was. I opened another folder. Photos this time. A warehouse.
Dark.
Industrial. The kind of place where bad things happen and nobody hears you scream. Bodies wrapped in plastic. I counted 3. Maybe 4. The images were too dark to be sure. My stomach churned. I wanted to vomit, but nothing came up. Another folder. Audio files. I clicked the first one. My voice again. But this time I sounded different. Confident. Dangerous. Kayla, we need to move the evidence tonight. The USB drive has everything. Bank records. Video confessions. If they find it before we leverage it, we're both dead. A woman's voice responded. What about the witnesses? No witnesses, my voice said. We can't afford loose ends. And your sister? Maya knows too much. I'll handle Maya. She won't talk. The file ended. I sat there, my whole body numb. This couldn't be me. This couldn't be real. But the evidence was right in front of me. My voice. My name. My involvement in something so dark, so twisted, that my mind couldn't fully comprehend it. More files. More pieces of the puzzle falling into place. Officer Kayla Rivas. Seattle Police Department.
Decorated.
Respected.
Corrupt.
She'd been helping to cover up a bank fraud ring. Officers on the take. Politicians with their hands in the pot. Money laundering through legitimate businesses. And when people got too curious, when people asked too many questions, they disappeared. Into warehouses. Into shallow graves. Into the kind of silence that money buys. And somehow I was part of it. But there was more. A document labeled insurance policy. I opened it. It was a plan. Detailed. Methodical. Written in my own words. They think they can use me and throw me away. They think because they stole my identity, because they ruined my credit and destroyed my life, that I'll just disappear quietly. They're wrong. I've been recording everything. Every transaction. Every conversation. Every body. The USB drive has it all. And when the time is right, I'm going to burn them all down. Kayla's helping me. She's tired of the corruption too. We're going to expose them. But first, we need to disappear. Make them think we're dead. Then strike when they're not looking. The next line made my blood run cold. The car accident will look real. Kayla's arranging it. I'll lose my memory. That's the price. But when I wake up, she'll make sure I find the laptop. She'll make sure I remember eventually. And then the real revenge begins. I understand now. I understand everything. This laptop was originally mine. I created this entire plan. I wrote these documents. I recorded that video. And then I orchestrated my own car accident to erase my memory so I could disappear. So they couldn't find me. The corrupt officers. The politicians. The people at the top of this pyramid of lies and blood money. But something went wrong. I wasn't supposed to buy the laptop from a pawn shop. Kayla was supposed to give it to me. Someone must have stolen it first. Someone must have sold it before she could complete the plan. And now I'm falling behind. I'm missing steps. I'm not following the script I wrote for myself. Which means I'm in danger. Real danger. The kind that ends with bodies in warehouses. I'm not an innocent victim. I never was. I'm a threat. A threat to powerful people who have already killed to protect their secrets. And now they know I'm out here. Somewhere. Remembering. The laptop screen flickered. I flinched, my heart jumping into my throat. The files disappeared. All of them. Gone in an instant. The desktop was empty except for one new file. A text document. Opening by itself. Words appeared on the screen. Typing in real time. You're falling behind. My hands gripped the edge of the laptop, so hard my knuckles turned white. More words appeared. Continue. That's it. Just one word. Continue. Like this is all a game. Like my life is just part of some sick plan that I can't even remember creating. Then the webcam light turned on. That little green LED at the top of the screen. Glowing.
Staring at me.
Recording me. I reached up to cover it, but another line of text appeared. Don't. I froze. My hand hovering inches from the camera.
Someone was watching me. Right now.
In real time. Someone was on the other end of this laptop, seeing my face, watching me unravel. Who are you? I typed into the document. My fingers shaking on the keys. The response came immediately. You know who I am.
No.
No, I don't. I don't know anything anymore. What do you want from me? Finish what you started, or they'll finish you. Before I could type another response, I heard it. Footsteps. Heavy. Deliberate. Right outside my apartment door. I went completely still. The laptop screen was the only light in the room. The only sound was my ragged breathing and those footsteps. Getting closer. Stopping right outside my door. The door handle rattled. Someone was trying to get in. The text on the screen changed one more time. They found you. Listen to me. Whoever's watching this. Whoever's made it this far.
Subscribe.
Subscribe right now so you know the truth before they silence me. So you know what happened to Landon Cole. So you know the full story before it gets buried with my body. If I don't upload part 2, if you don't see another video from me, something happened. They got to me. The corrupt officers. The people I was supposed to expose. They got to me before I could finish what I started. The door rattled again. Harder this time. More violent. Like someone was throwing their weight against it. I need you to remember this. Remember my name. Landon Cole. 26 years old. Cincinnati, Ohio. Remember that I tried to expose a bank fraud ring connected to corrupt Seattle police officers. Remember that I orchestrated my own accident to protect myself and the evidence. Remember that somewhere out there is a USB drive with everything. All the proof. All the confessions. All the blood on their hands. If I disappear, look for it. Make them pay. Finish what I couldn't. The door is about to break. My laptop screen just went black. The footsteps are inside now. Someone's in my apartment. God, please let someone be watching this. Please let someone know what happened to me. Please.